Hello, everyone, and welcome back to RetroFat. My name is Jeremy, and thank you so much for joining me. RetroFat is a sub-channel of the Ranger Project, where in RetroFat, I watch retro television from my childhood, just really the past, didn't have to be from my childhood, and I react to it, while I also am trying to lose weight, and I share my journey as a cancer survivor. I do want to give a real quick update on the cancer thing. First of all, I'm still doing quite well. I visited my oncologist very recently, and for the most part, things are looking really good. I'm a little bit anemic, which is something that's not as good, but from a cancer standpoint, everything is great. So I just need to get this iron issue taken care of, and I'll be in good shape. Weight loss-wise, things are still going pretty well on that front as well. I've started doing some nerd fitness coaching. I'll give more updates on that, but things are getting better, and hopefully by the time I've made it to just the 10 of us, I'll be a little bit thinner. Now, this is an episode that I know a lot of you have been waiting for. I've been waiting for it as well. This is the 12th episode of Season 2, 16th overall. It's called Dream Girls. It was directed by Mike Sullivan, written by Rich Reinhardt, and it first aired on February 3rd, 1989. And this is the introduction of the Lubbock Babes. So I felt like it was farther into the series than this, but I guess when there's only 47 episodes, which is a travesty, I have still not come to terms with. But when there's that few episodes, I guess 16 is still, that's like a third of the way through, roughly. And I just felt like it was closer to the end than it is. But the Lubbock Babe episodes are some of my favorites. However, we also have to acknowledge the fact that the Lubbock Babes might be a little reason why we don't have this show on DVD. I don't think it's fair to say it is the only reason by any means, but I have heard that the issues with songs in both either streaming or DVD manufacturing, of television series is an issue. It's why there are some shows, even like Charmed, where they, on streaming or DVD, they do a different theme song than initially aired. I think The Wonder Years faced a similar issue, apparently, and I do not work in Hollywood, so take all this with a grain of salt, but the rights to show an episode and the rights to air the music in an episode, especially for shows that were, back in the 80s and 90s, those rights didn't always mesh up correctly. For instance, Olivia Newton-John, clearly, whoever held physical gave rights for them to use that whenever this episode first aired, but she might not give rights if the show could ever be released on DVD or streaming. Separate issues. Again, I don't fully understand it. I just know that this is part of the reason why we'll probably never see a DVD release, which makes me really sad. But that's okay. We have it here. I'm going to put a few things extra in the content, the description box for this video than I normally do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share the link for the Facebook group where if these are pulled, this is where I will post these videos instead. I'll post everything I've already done, and I'm still going to finish the video. I don't think Facebook will be quite as aggressive, especially in a private group, than YouTube will be. I have to disclaim, I am not the admin or the creator of this group. I'm not even one of the original members. I came across this group a few years ago, and I've joined, and it's surprisingly active for a television show that aired in the 80s, but clearly there are a lot of fans of this show. So join that Facebook group. Again, it's not mine. I am just a participant, but I know Bill Kirkenbauer. I've seen his wife, Lynn, react in this group. I know Brooke Theiss is in the group, Heidi Ziegler, Joanne Willette. I think that's all from the show. I may be wrong, but it's a really cool way to interact with some fellow Just the 10 of Us fans. So join that group. Another thing I'm going to include, just to see if it'll help, I'm going to make sure I credit any songs that the Lubbock Babes sing in Lubbock Babe episodes in the group. In the description. So it's by no means going to help, but hopefully the fact that I'm not just airing this video, I'm reacting to it, I'm giving credit for this music. Fingers crossed YouTube will be cool. So we'll see what happens. enough of all that. Let's get to what you wanted to see. Here comes Dreamgirls.
Work it on out. You know you twist, little girl. You know you twist so fine. Come on and twist a little closer now. And let me know that you're mine.
See, that guy's not ashamed to do this.
He should be.
I think he's cool.
Well, shake it, baby, now.
I just have to comment on Cindy's comment. I think he's cool. Cindy is just the most pure character on this show. She is a genuinely kind-hearted person. Like, Marie applauded, but Marie did it because it was the socially correct thing to do. Cindy was like, she might really think this guy is cool. She's just such a big-hearted person. All right, now, we're about to hear the girls sing for the first time. You won't hear me interrupting until they're done.
We're next.
Look, I don't want to do anything that makes me look that stupid.
You don't see me worried about that. Oh, come on. What else can we find that's this much fun and legal? We just pick a song, they already have the music recorded for us, and all we have to do is sing.
Well, I think it's a waste of time, and I don't want any part of it.
Well, we're dead then. What's the point of trying this without our best singer?
Me?
Oh, come on, Connie. Everybody knows that you have the best voice.
And the $15 to pay for this.
Sweeter than ever, Rich. See you next week. Ladies. So, you girls want to be recording stars, huh?
So do we, Connie?
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on and join me, hon. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2 and 3 and 4, when the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Amateurs.
When the chimes ring 5, 6, and 7, we'll be dying up in 7th heaven. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, I'll be going strong and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Okay, I have so many things I want to say about this. First of all, I remember watching this during what would become TGIF in February of 1989 and being blown away that they actually changed the opening credits, both the song and the clips as well. This is something that even today you don't really see that often. Community is a show that comes to mind. They had, a few different opening credits if they did like a special theme show. But in 1989, I had never seen that before, and I thought that was a really, just a really fun thing that we got to see. There is, if you haven't watched it, I recommend you go on YouTube after this and track it down. Two Guys Into Fridays did a reunion of Just the 10 of Us last summer for their 30th anniversary. And both that as well as Brooke Theiss on their podcast, I learned a little bit more about the Lubbock Babes there. And one of the things that I remember them sharing, which is very noticeable, is that Jamie Luner, Cindy, was by far the best singer. Obviously, all four were quite talented, but she is exceptionally gifted at singing. And I remember Brooke Theiss said that she would always hope that whenever the Lubbock Babes were performing, she was hoping she would be near Jamie Luner, Cindy, because she could help carry the performance, so to speak. The last thing I have to say is I love that spastic little trying to break out of her shell dance that Marie is doing. Heather Langenkamp did such an amazing job at playing someone who was just so straight-laced and so repressed. I mean, it was a glorious thing to witness. I loved it. Heather Langenkamp did Marie so well, and we'll see Marie sex it up a little bit as the Lubbock Babes progress through the series. But at this point, that characterization for Marie was perfect. Okay, done talking. Back to the show.
Rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock
Oh, that was wonderful. Wasn't that wonderful, Chris?
Wonderful. How much did it cost?
Honey, whatever it cost, it was worth it, because now we have a record of the girls singing that we can keep forever.
Yeah, forever. What did it cost?
Only $15.
15 bucks?
Paid for with Connie's money.
Oh, 15 bucks isn't bad.
Want to know what I think? No. So you guys want to hear it again?
Well, I think the only thing keeping that tape from being really good is the absence of a younger female voice. I'll be in the kitchen if you need me. And you do need me.
Dad, did you notice the way our voices blended together? Yeah, it's like we were born to sing together. Like a choir of angels. Yeah, angels that can get down and get funky.
One thing I have to chime in. I grew up in the South. I went to small country churches, and obviously I realize these four actresses are not sisters. But there is something to be said. In like small country churches, family singing groups are a pretty common thing. And there is a logic that sisters can often harmonize and sing better than strangers. Just something that occurred to me just now.
Boy, I bet with a little practice and the right outfit that we can become a...
Hold it.
What did I say?
It's what you were about to say. Now, this is all real cute, and we'll be sure to send a copy to your grandparents.
Oh, and Uncle Frank.
Yeah, right.
And
but if
Aunt
you...
Harriet.
Yes.
Oh, and Cousin Ethel.
Elizabeth!
Well, honey, if we send one to Uncle Frank and Aunt Harriet, we can't hurt dear Ethel's feelings, especially after she sent us those pies.
I don't care about dear Ethel or her stinking pies.
You ate both of them.
Elizabeth, I'm trying to make a point here.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. What was it?
Well, I was gonna...
You want to know what I think?
No!
You have to yell at little JR. I'm not little! Oh, quiet, JR. You know, we could be like the Bengals.
That was my point. Now, let's not get carried away here, okay?
What do you mean?
No, I mean like thinking you're gonna be real singers or something and make real records and a ton of money and, waste your lives.
How much is a ton of money in actual dollars? I was just curious.
Daddy, don't worry. We were just having fun, and nobody's taking any of this seriously.
Oh, we're gonna be stars!
You're getting carried away.
Carried away! I see our whole future before us. Hit records, video, money, guys! I mean, how am I getting carried away?
Am I the only voice of reason here? No.
What? You're not interested in being famous and having the whole world wondering what you're wearing, what you're thinking. You don't want to go to the Academy Awards on the arm of Kirk Cameron.
That obviously was a nice little throwback to Growing Pains, which this show is a spinoff of.
Don't listen to her, Connie. I don't want to be famous. I want to be a writer.
Well, of course you do. And hasn't it occurred to you that if you become a star, anything you wanted to write would be published?
It would?
Cindy, where's your copy of Suzanne Summers' poetry book?
I've got it under my pillow. Leave it there.
Wendy, you are not being realistic. Oh, didn't we sound great?
Yeah.
And can't we look hot?
Hot? Yeah, Marie. With the right clothes, you could be okay.
Thank you very much.
What she really needs is cosmetic help.
At two, Connie? Connie sees the opportunity here. Records, movies, TV.
Hey, if I do TV, it's gonna have to be a quality show.
What?
No dumb sitcoms.
I like sitcoms.
Well, then you do them. Okay, I will.
You guys are nuts and just count me out.
I'll take her place.
Get out.
I want you to keep something in mind. A few years ago, there was a family who talked about forming a singing group. Just the older kids in the family. For some reason, they, like you, were about to overlook their younger sibling. The little guy was Michael Jackson. And the rest of the family has been forgotten. Now, do you still want me to leave?
More than ever.
Fine, have it your way. Tito!
You know, Marie, if you were a rock star, you could do a Just Say No commercial. No. To have a group, we need a band and songs and costumes. And you said we'd need, right? Did everybody hear that?
Uh-huh.
Wendy. Marie, will you just stick with us for the next step, okay? What next step?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Well, sing it a baby now. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby now. Come on and work it on out.
I don't see what singing in a pizza parlor's gonna prove. Are you kidding? This is amateur night. The place is probably loaded with talent scouts.
Obviously.
I thought you were gonna wear your hottest outfit. This is my hottest outfit. Oh, you poor dear.
Wendy, this is a stupid idea. I cannot possibly look all these people in the face and say, no, Marie.
But I can't see.
Totally out of sight, Rich, as usual. Catch you next week.
Ladies?
Okay, gals and guys, hold on to your chapeaus as we change the sing-along tape, because we got up Danny's debut. This next act is gonna knock you for a loop-de-loop. Count them, 4 outrageous chicks who call themselves the Loving Babes.
This is it. Like girls at sink or swim.
She meant to do that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway. Whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, gotta make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. Alex smoking lightning. Heavy metal thunder, racing with the wind, and the feeling that I'm under. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. Like a true nature child, we were born to be wild.
One thought just occurred to me that maybe because I haven't really watched the show in so long, especially watched it critically like this, it helps me knowing that the actresses were all adults, but we just saw 16-year-old, they're all 15, 16, and 17 in the show. So Marie is 17, Cindy and Wendy are 16, Connie is 15. And while they weren't doing anything that would be sexual, I know if I was an adult at a pizza parlor on amateur night, I would not want a 15-year-old girl like draping her arm even around my shoulder. I get why they did it for the show, but that was just something that hit me right now as like, oh, that is a little odd. That aside, we're at the precipice of kind of like the new direction that Just the 10 of Us is going. And I always loved the pizza parlor episodes. One other thing to say about that, Danny's Pizzeria, the actor, played a different role back in the episode Close Encounters, which I think I might have mentioned that then. But anyway, there we go.
You chicks are wow!
Yeah! You said it, Jack!
Hey, put your hands together for the lovely thing! Hey, wait on!
What, you want an encore?
Better than that. You're on the bill, babes, every Saturday and Sunday night.
You mean you're hiring us?
$50 a night, what do you say?
Dad, something just stopped us.
You just say that
It was very crowded, Mom, but we got our homework done. See how easy lying is. Even Cindy can do it.
But we didn't go to the library. Yes, we did. You drove. No, we drove past the library after it closed on the way home from the pizza parlor.
So you did go to the library, so it won't be a lie.
Look, I do not see the sense in telling Mom and Dad that we went to the library when we're going to have to tell them about the job offer. Tell them about what? That we've been offered money to sing.
But you can't tell them that. Even I know that.
You are not going to ruin my Broadway career, even before it gets a chance to get started. Don't do it, Marie.
Don't do what?
What's going on?
Marie was about to eat a fattening snack.
Yeah, and we don't want her to blow up like a squealing pig. Yeah, you'll never forgive yourself, Marie, if you open your mouth for food.
You guys should get off of Marie's back. It's tough enough dieting as it is.
Oh, you're so right. We should go upstairs and talk about Oprah. Doesn't she look great? She looks so great.
Oh, so how was the library, Marie?
I don't even remember lying. I opened my mouth to tell the truth, and then I remembered what it was like to be on that stage tonight, and all that applause, and I don't remember what happened after that.
Lying was the right thing to do.
Yeah, but how long can we keep something like this a secret?
Marie, look at it this way. After we make our debut tomorrow night, we'll be famous. Dad can't be mad at us. It'll be in the National Enquirer.
So, how do we get to the club tomorrow night?
You guys are gonna love this. We say we walk to chapel for Saturday Mass, and then we'll lift the keys to Dad's car, and we will drive into town.
Who's gonna drive the car? The only one of us who has a license here is Marie.
Now you want me to steal Dad's car? No way! No!
That's right, officer. The car was stolen right outside of our house.
No, honey.
The license plate reads, Yo Coach. It was a gift.
All those years we lived in New York, we were never the victims of crime. Not now, Sherry.
Hey, I was just gonna tell you where the stinking car is.
Well, honey, you're just gonna have to wait till... What? Graham?
Not now, Elizabeth.
You want to know what I think? Not now, JR. Sherry?
Marie took it.
Marie?
Right.
No, honey, she's at chapel with Connie, Cindy, and Wendy.
Cindy and Wendy in church on a Saturday night. Mom, think about that.
Graham?
Yeah, well, when you find them, throw the book at them.
Did you hear what Sherry just said? You're ratting on your own sisters?
There's no business like show business.
We're about about 10 minutes away from the most exciting night of entertainment in Eureka history. So if you have to go to the can, now's the time. You babes ready? Chill out, chicks. You'll explode. Hey, you're gonna be great.
See, I told you we're gonna be great.
I've got your background tape ready. Now you get ready. It's magic time.
Oh, okay, now we could still back out of this. We could. Not a chance! Okay, whatever happens tonight, we're in this together. Right, yeah.
Dwayne, is this as fast as this bucket of bolts will go?
Thank you very much for driving us, Dwayne.
Hey, no problem. I had nothing going on tonight.
Oh, great. Now my right leg's gone to sleep, too.
Graham, would you calm down until we hear the full story?
I don't need to hear the full story. I know what's going on.
So I guess your girls are pretty good singers, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that pizza guy hired them because they have perfect pitch.
And why are you always so suspicious of men?
Because I am one, and I know what scum buckets we can be. Right, Dwayne?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did it ever occur to you that the girls might have some real talent?
Oh, I'm sure this pizza guy thinks that all right. Oh, what the hell am I sitting on? Ugh.
Cheers.
So here's an act that's almost as hot as the pepperoni pizza, which, by the way, is on special tonight, 2 for the price of 1. And remember, every 6th pitcher of beer is absolutely free. Let's hear a big Eureka welcome for the Loving Babe!
Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? The summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. They're dancing in Chicago and down in New Orleans, up in New York City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere you went. They'll be swinging and swaying and records playing, but dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So come on, every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world they'll be dancing.
Don't worry, Elizabeth. I'm not gonna create a scene. Out of the way, fatso!
It's just an invitation across the nation.
Oh, my God.
Chance for folks
Where the heck
to
is Marie?
I don't know, honey. I don't see her.
Oh my God! Dancing in
Let's
the
get 'em.
street.
Listen,
What?
they're applauding.
Hey, sure they are. These girls are hot.
A few things. One, I love how protective Graham is of his daughters. I think that is it's a nice subplot here. Both what he and Elizabeth are doing and what they're going to continue to do in this scene, I really like. It just reinforces my opinion that Graham and Elizabeth were 2 of the best TV parents of the 80s. I also want to point out that Wendy sat in that young guy's lap and he picked her up and spun her around. He was there with another young lady. So I would assume that was like a date, but apparently his date was fine with him twirling around a singing girl. I don't know. Just something I just happened to notice now for the first time ever. Probably because the quality of this is so much better than anything else I've ever come across since this first aired on cable USA. And anyway, another thought occurred to me as well. All of the songs that they're singing, even in 1989, were old. Like you're not gonna, like they mentioned the Bangles earlier, but you're not going to hear Walk Like an Egyptian or anything that even in 89, I don't know if that was current, even in 89, you're not going to hear anything even remotely current. I'm trying to think who would have been popular in 89, like Tiffany or Debbie Gibson. And we're not going to hear that music. We're going to hear mostly 50s and 60s music. I'm wondering if this was just a rights issue. I'm sure it was easier to get rights to music like that than to something that at the time would have been more modern.
Come on, sit down. I don't want them to see us.
Unchain my heart. Unchain my heart. Baby, let me go. Unchain my heart. Unchain my heart. 'Cause you don't love me no more. Every time I call you on the phone, some woman tells me that you're not at home. Unchain my heart. Set me free. Unchain my heart. Unchain my heart. Unchain my heart. Baby, set me free. Unchain my heart. Unchain my heart. 'Cause you don't care about me. You got me sewed up like a pillowcase, but you let my love go to waste. Unchain my heart. Set me free. Unchain my heart.
Really good.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, I wish there was a word to describe the way I feel for you when you're holding me tight, when we're locked in a sweet embrace and you touch me on my face. I wish there was a word for the way I feel. Oh, love is something I once knew before, but he threw it all away when he walked out the door. And what I'm feeling now, something quite apart, lost somewhere between like and love. Somewhere between like and love. Much more than one, not quite the other. How can we know? Run and hide.
You believe that our singing
Like and love.
Okay, I wanted to pause that very quickly before the next song. Deborah Harmon's reaction to her daughter Cindy singing, like, it almost choked me up. I don't know if that's like the parent in me or what, but like I could feel the act, like how well she was acting. I don't know. And then her singing that song and seeing all the couples just, head on their shoulder, and then Graham and Elizabeth kind of snuggling in together. It was just, this show was so much better than ABC gave it credit for, and that it was canceled at the end of the third season. Seriously, in 2021, it still makes me mad. I think this song also, which I have never heard outside of Just the 10 of Us, this song has lived in my head since 1989. I've never heard anyone other than Jamie Luner sing it, but I really have to just acknowledge what a vocal powerhouse Jamie Luner was. I mean, they're all good, but she was phenomenal right there, especially.
Broadway has given us many beautiful songs, but none quite as beautiful as this. Tell me, Sweeney Todd. His skin was pale and his eye was odd. He shaved the faces of gentlemen who never thereafter were heard of again. He trod a path that few had trod. Did Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. To shop in London town, a fancy clients and good renown. And what if none of their souls were saved? They went to the maker impeccably shaved by Sweeney
by Sweeney Todd. The demon barber of Fleet Street.
Daddy! What? What's going on?
Dad is here.
Oh, Dad, I'm so sorry about stealing the car.
Bravo, honey. Bravo.
You mean it? He likes us. He really likes us.
Sing your Grizzly song, honey.
Hey, you never told me they were this good.
I've seen better.
Watch it, pal. Those are my daughters.
Hey, buddy, if you think you could do better, why don't you go up there?
I should have believed in them more.
You know best, honey.
Sweeney. Shave. Blood.
I think we're making him nervous.
Yeah, we should go. Not you.
Swing your sweet streets wide.
Good night. We're looking for someone who left a car in your parking lot with the license plate Yo Coke.
Oh, that's me.
Are you coming with me, buddy? That vehicle's reported stolen.
But I reported it stolen. What's my car?
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your tight rags on and join me high. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Okay, would someone... I don't want to rewind right now and listen to that again, but I'm pretty sure that they just redubbed exactly what they sang before, because I'm pretty sure Marie's voice then was Wendy's. It's the first time I remember ever noticing that, but it definitely struck me as wrong. I'm thinking maybe the audio was cleaner. I don't know, but I really think the editors used the Rock Around the Clock from the opening of the episode right here, where the order was a little different. Okay, there are a few other things. One other thing I want to say, and one thing I just now made the connection, and I'm kind of mad at myself for not realizing this when I did my research for this episode. So, Rich Reinhardt was involved with the production of the show, writing, I think just writing. I don't think he did any directing. I may be wrong. I might have that switch. But in any event, Rich, the guy who they sang after in the booth and after on Amateur Night, that was Rich Reinhardt. So we had a little, I guess, sort of a cameo from him there. Another thing I want to say is that this episode, again, this aired when I was 10 years old. I wasn't even quite 11 yet. But this was the first time I had ever heard of Sweeney Todd. And I was already kind of a horror buff at this age, but I thought the song was so cool, and it kind of led me into being a Sweeney Todd fan. I loved this episode. I have so many practical thoughts about it. Like, before they got paid, how did the girls necessarily have the money to buy all of these coordinated outfits that we typically see once and then never again? I realize that's TV magic, but I'm still thinking practically. Also, where did they practice? Like, I'm assuming they would have needed to practice being like, a cover band, so to speak, which is basically, or a cover group is what they were, but they also didn't want Graham and Elizabeth to know. Anyway, just a thought that occurred to me. I'm thinking too deeply. This was a great episode. I had such a good time watching it. I hope you had just as much fun watching it as I did. I hope I wasn't too disruptive with my comments, but we still have a lot of just the 10 of us to go. 31 episodes worth. it's going to be, I'm so excited to keep watching them with you. Please subscribe, follow me if you haven't already. Join that Facebook group, so in case YouTube pulls them, you'll have a place to watch them. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.